In the world of sister wives, Paedon Brown is known as something of a loose cannon. He seemingly struggles to get along with most people, but his relationship with his sister Gwendlyn is particularly messy. Paedon and Gwen may have not made a living directly out of their parents' famous TLC reality TV show, but they definitely have both achieved fame as a consequence. The latter separated herself from the rest of the family and built her own brand and following on social media. However, there is little doubt that the spark for her fame was ignited thanks to her association with the larger Brown family. Gwen's unique path has not stopped her from feuding with Paedon. If anything, their differences have only served to further fuel the rivalry. Gwendlyn Queiroz believes her brother Paedon Brown is a bigot. Gwendlyn Queiroz's dislike for her brother Paedon Brown stems from her apparent belief that he is bigoted against certain groups in society. Being an outspoken social media personality, she often does not hold back with such views either. In early 2023, for instance, Gwen took to Instagram to explain just why she could not stand her sibling, with whom she in fact shares both parents. He is still the sexist, homophobic, transphobic, racist, violent abuser that he has always been for several years, she said. Then 21 years old, Gwendlyn also warned her audience against believing anything Paedon said, and even more so, offering him any kind of support. He's the most awful person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing, and I would strongly advise taking anything he says as fact, she continued. I would also advise against giving him any kind of support, even if you're just watching the kind of content he puts out. The post on Gwen's page was in fact a response to a prior YouTube video featuring Paedon, where he preemptively explained his perspective of his sister's own bias. Gwendlyn has cut most of us off because we're all sexist, racist homophobes. Paedon, who graduated from the National Guard boot camp in April 2019, sarcastically added, "Because I'm a white male and a soldier, I'm sexist." Paedon Brown admitted that he once assaulted his sister Gwendlyn. From his comments, it would appear that Paedon Brown feels hard done by his sister Gwendlyn Queiroz's portrayal of him and other members of their family. As it turns out, the YouTube star is not entirely unjustified in her view of her brother, at least. Before the feud between them escalated in January 2023, Paedon had gone live on his TikTok months prior and admitted to having once physically assaulted Gwen. The footage was captured by one fan who later uploaded it to Reddit. "Many years ago, I messed up. I hit Gwen," Paedon admitted, even to the point of sounding remorseful. He went on to explain his belief that his sister had continued to carry the scars of that encounter. Paedon is the third child of Cody Brown's third wife, Christine. Gwendlyn follows him as her fourth. To their father, they are children number 7 and 10 respectively. In his live, the former also claimed that their mother was aware of this bit of history between them. What do fans think about Paedon Brown and Gwendlyn Queiroz's feud? With Paedon Brown and Gwendlyn Queiroz playing out their beef very publicly, it is inevitable that fans land on one side of the debate or the other. On Reddit, she would appear to enjoy a lot more support than he does, at least as far as the physical assault episode is concerned. One user going by the handle Siddham's Brace was in particular alarmed by how dismissive they deemed Paedon to be in regards to the attack. They wrote, "I remember him saying that Gwen holds on to small stuff. So I guessing him slapping his sister is small stuff. It's just so funny to me phase he's downplaying it." They carried on their argument by insisting that a clear memory of the moment from both parties suggests that there was even more to the story. "I have 3 older siblings and we play fight all the time, like to this day, and I can never remember a specific tussle because it was horsing around," the Redditor went on to say. The fact that they both remember it still means there was more to it. A more pragmatic fan did see it fit to hold their opinion until they could hear from a neutral third party. "I'm gonna be honest. I'd like a third sibling to give their impression of the situation. Paedon is obviously going to downplay it because he's the alleged offender in the situation, but I'm really curious. Paedon Brown doesn't get along with some of his other siblings either. The bad blood between Paedon Brown and Gwendlyn Queiroz has been well documented in the public eye. His struggles to get along with family do not end there, however. One other Brown family sibling who has also been at loggerheads with Paedon is the older Leon. Like Gwen, a gay woman married to Beatriz Queiroz, Leon is also a part of the LGBT+ community. The social justice worker is trans and identifies by the pronouns they/them. It probably adds more context to Gwendlyn's claims of their brother being a transphobe. Paedon appeared to once bait Leon when he shared a post on his Instagram in support of the police, but using the #BlueLivesMatter hashtag. The trend was a response from those who took issue with the Black Lives Matter movement's demands for changes to a police force often seen to use excessive force, especially against people of color. Leon had been an ardent supporter of the movement, as was their fiancée Audrey Chris. It was, in fact, Chris who stood up to Paedon, writing on IG, "Black Lives Matter, and I cannot believe some of the things you said here." With neither side seemingly close to a ceasefire, the relationship between Paedon and Gwendlyn only appears set to keep getting messier.